Good evening and Assalamu alaikum. And today, what I'm trying to do is in this session, I would like to share my knowledge and experience about some basic approaches in helping our children at home in their studies. Well, helping our children during pandemic need a different approach as compared to when they were free to go to schools during normal time. Well, here I would like to list down a few things which parents could do to help their children in their studies. I can understand how difficult it is for students to learn online and for parents to manage their children on how to work at home through online. And also there are some problems and obstacles in learning through online. Some of them might be technical problems and perhaps some other problems that may be an obstacles to their studies. Well, first thing I would suggest parents should monitor their children's schedule lessons, which was designed by their teachers and their respective teachers and schools, and make sure that your children get involved in studies according to time set by their teachers, right? And you can do this if you have the timetable, the lesson schedule of lessons. Right. Number two, make sure they're set down in a proper place when they attend online lesson, not just sitting down relaxing on a sofa or something like that. Well, number three, parents may ask topics that they need to learn the following day, and parents can also read through some of those lessons. Can be in science, can be in English or in Sejarah or anything. But what I would suggest parents get involved in some form of preparation, so that in this way children's involvement in studies will be more serious, because they know their parents take great concern about their studies. Psychologically, they will be more serious in their studies, and they realize that there is parental support in the process of learning. Okay, now just take for example, in case of those having children from, in primary schools, for example, in standard 1 to 3, I'm sure you don't have to spend time. You don't have to be a mathematics major to help your children in mathematics, or you don't have to be an English graduate or to help your children in English. At the level of standard 1 to standard 3, or you don't have to be historian. You have to be a science graduate to help your children from step 1 to step 6. All you have to do is to get their books and see what they learn, and from there you can help them out, and perhaps you have time, you listen to the explanation given by the teachers. This way you know what's going on and what are the difficulties that they face during their learning time, right, or processes. Okay. Now, During another thing is during lessons, during online lessons, or um, what I mean is you encourage your children to ask questions during online lesson, not to be passive. Just listen to the teachers, but make sure they ask questions if they don't understand. Uh, it has been a common habit among our children in Malaysia not to ask questions when they are not very sure. So you should encourage them to ask questions, and this will help them to be more critical about their lessons on or their studies, right? No. Uh, uh, Now, asking questions is something that will help your children to better understand what's been taught or by the teachers. There's a story. A woman was asked one day how she managed to bring up her sons to become what's called Nobel Prize winner. While they live um, in slum areas. Okay. Now, what's the woman answered? I encouraged my son to ask questions, and every day when he came back, I'll always ask my son, "What good question you asked from your teachers?" So this is one way of encouraging my son to be a critical thinker. Now, remember, active parental role in helping children will have a strong impact in their performance in their studies. What I mean is must be a strong collaboration between parents and teachers in helping children or learners to acquire knowledge and understanding about their subject matter. I once experienced when I was in California. I see there is what is called primary, what you call mathematics project, family maths project, where teachers get to conduct workshop for the parents so that they know what to do to help their children at home in mathematics. In Australia, I saw, I met with several academicians in a university where they have what is called Family Maths Project Australia. That was some time back, a few years, but I'm sure this kind of approach might be very useful for us too in Malaysia, where you can, I in my part as the director of Center for Teaching Thinking, which is affiliated to the University of Malaya, I'm also trying to work out some work on helping, working on a project to help parents so that they can play an active role in helping their children at home in various subjects. I may start with mathematics and then go to science. Even I can go to how parents should guide their children in the study of Al-Quran or in Islamic studies. The approach is what I call higher order thinking approach. Okay? Perhaps we may have a secretariat in our center where we can help out parents to get their proper materials and guidance for them to help their children at home in various subjects. Okay. I'm looking into the possibility of getting parents to get to know some basic pedagogical knowledge, a very mild pedagogical knowledge that can help their children to, while the teachers play their role, while the parents would do their part in getting their children to be more effective in the learning process, right? So I think is all for today. And remember, education is not just about getting our children to pass exam, but also to get them be able to think skillfully. I mean, they should be able to think critically, creatively, not only using their subject matter but also in real life. So I will try my best to get a few more series to have parents in this kind of learning process or learning uh, learning collaboration between teachers and parents. And I would say teachers do need to play their role, looking into different pedagogical approaches that can help um, their students to learn better and effectively during online learning. Pedagogy, technology is one thing, but what is more important is on the pedagogical approaches. The technology may help in presentation of content knowledge, but the idea is not just to get them absorb content knowledge, but also to get our children to to get them think well, think critically, creatively within the context of their lessons as well as in the context of their life. So, thank you, Rosh.